the Prusik loop or Prusik loop. I've heard it pronounced many different ways. What this is going to do is it's actually used in climbing, but the way I'm doing it right now is not for climbing. So get yourself a length of cord and you're just going to tie it together. You can see I've just kind of done a square knot here. Very simple, just create a loop. And what you're going to do is you're going to wrap it around. So here's your ridge line. And we get this stuff out of the way. So here we are. It doesn't really matter where you put the knot. This knot's kind of big and it's going to get in the way, but it's not going to be too bad. So you're going to wrap it around once. And do it this way. So wrap it around once and through. So it looks like this. You're going to go through again, a second time. And you're going to go through, you can kind of see what it looks like there. You're going to go through one more time for a total of 3 times. So it should end up looking like this. Gonna clean that up. Pull that down, pull it tight a little bit. Now, this end, what you're going to do is you're going to put that through your tarp. So here's my tarp I'm going to be putting up on the ridge line. Very cheap tarp, guys. Just ignore this piece of paracord. This is actually used when I set up my A-frame. We're going to take this end right here and stick it through the tarp. And then you're going to get a stick and put it right here. Pretty much any stick will do. I just broke one off the tree. This little dead branch here. Let's clean it up a little bit so it's not so big. Put your stick in like this and then it'll tighten down. Again, ignore this black piece there. Alright, so the Prusik knot or the Prusik loop. Now what it does is it allows a person to pull it and it kind of bites down on this other, on the ridge line. So once you've got this one tied, also tie one on the other end exactly the same way. Now what you do is you just take it and you use that to slide on your ridge line, and what it's meant to do is it actually bites down on this piece. And generally, you'll use a smaller diameter ridge line, or excuse me, Prusik knot, than you do your ridge line. It'll bite a lot better, but I find with the paracord, it doesn't matter too much for this setup. If you want to, you could always gut the paracord and just use the outer shell. But now what that does is that really pulls your sides of your tarp out and tightens them up. For recording purposes, I really haven't set up the tarp. I'll roll in some other footage because it's really tough to film this way and make it usable footage for you guys to see. So here's my other side, and I'm just going to pull on that, and you can see that that's just really making the top of this tarp nice and tight with the ridge line. I've used this setup many times, especially just above fires or behind fires to reflect some of the heat back, and this is what I've used, is this Prusik knot, Prusik loop to help with that. And it's a great little knot, especially with this type of setup with your tarp, stick, and your ridge line. What's really cool about this loop is that you push it this way in this direction and it'll tighten down. Give you kind of an idea of where we are. There's my boys climbing the trees. But it really holds tight and won't allow you to pull back. You can see I'm putting a fair amount of pressure on that. I don't want to rip my cheap tarp. But see how well that holds? But watch this. If you grab right here and pull to loosen it, That easy. And pull it back. That easy. Now it'll start to kind of tighten and bite down on the rope. You see how tight that gets? Once again, you can see that it locks down pretty good. But all you have to do is this, and that's it. Very, very cool little knot for this setup. You see what he's doing up there? He's out there looking for food. He's perched high on that tree. That way he can look down on the floor or on the ground and see stuff running around.
Can they pick us up?
No.
A mighty eagle could if it wanted to. It doesn't have any arms or legs. It can pick you up with its beak and carry you.